Arsenal look like they're a team that really wants to really set records and see to it that they make us bring you history as it happened after revealing a deal of Kai Havertz done and dusted. And guess what? There is something huge I'm going to reveal to you to this video that connects with the player that Arsenal signed on this day 12 months back. It's really a very huge update and it's going to leave us in an ocean of questions on whether Arsenal intended this or not. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where you're watching us from? We are talking Arsenal Kai Havertz new contract details leaked. Remember, there are some other contract details that were put onto the table by different journalists, but Sam has gone ahead and revealed to us the real contract details into the contract of Kai Havertz, especially his salary that is going to be earning at Arsenal. Then there are some two agents, one you know, one you don't know, that have been behind this deal, and all of them are at Arsenal. One is a player that you guys need to know, and obviously this is one of those things I've gone ahead to add dots and really understand that Arteta used him as an agent to go on and really get this deal over the line. So smash this video close to 400 times and obviously let's get into this deal and obviously see how things have gone ahead to transpire. And don't forget to subscribe, guys, because we want to hit 15,000 subscribers and we are left with, like, is it 400? So lower right bottom corner it is, smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. Now this is where we are starting this video at. On this day in 2022, Arsenal completed the signing of midfielder Fabio Vieira from FC Porto for a fee in the region of £34 million. So it resonates with the day that Arsenal got a here we go and got the deal of Kai Havertz over the line. The only difference is Arsenal have not gone ahead to announce the deal of Kai Havertz. That's it, because it's pending medical. But the day the deal of Kai Havertz got done is the day that Arsenal signed Fabio Vieira. That is something I wanted to open up this video with, because you need to know that Arsenal might have gone ahead to really try to get it over the line on this day. And you remember in history that on the day Kai Havertz agreed everything and Chelsea agreed a deal with Arsenal, deal pending medical, it's the same day that Fabio Vieira found himself in a situation of putting pen to paper on his contract at Arsenal. Sorry about that. Now, let's go eyes into the gist of the matter. Now, after getting to know that, Sammy has gone ahead and revealed to us the real contract details of Kai Havertz. Stories leaked early last week that Kai Havertz is going to be earning £250,000 a week. That is a lie. It's a lie. This is what Sammy has gone ahead and really leaked as far as his contract details are really concerned at Arsenal. We've been told Kai Havertz will complete move to Arsenal. Guaranteed fee is £65 million plus add-ons. So the £65 million add-ons take total to between 67.5 to 70 million. Personal terms agreed a minimum of £11 million a year. That is the salary. Now, Fabrizio Romano, David Austin, Jacobs Ben have been talking about 60 plus £5 million in add-ons. Now, Sammy McBo is telling us that the deal of Kai Havertz will see Chelsea pocket between 67.5 to £70 million, meaning that Arsenal is going to have to pay an upfront fee of £60 million plus 7.5 to £10 million. That is it, coming in from Sammy McBo, and is of Mail Sport. Very credible journalist that you have to go ahead and really put respect to his name, and he has gone ahead and broken that. Now, he tells us the following about the deal and how it happened, the amount of money he's going to be earning weekly. Sammy McBell tells us that Kai Havertz has been offered a long-term contract at Arsenal earning him a minimum of £210,000 a week. The player's representatives have been in close contact with Arsenal's representatives over the previous 48 hours, knowing that an agreement was closed. That is Kai Havertz for you. Kai Havertz for you. Now, he's disputing the first released salary that Kai Havertz is going to be earning of £250,000 a week, meaning that he's going to be earning £210,000 a week. That is Kai Havertz, meaning that he's going to become the third highest paid player at Arsenal, because the highest paid player at Arsenal is Bukayo Saka, £290,000 a week, followed by Gabriel Jesus in the second position, earning £256,000 a week. He's earning £265,000 a week. Then Kai Havertz comes in through. He's earning £210,000 a week, followed by Thomas Partey earning £200,000 a week. There comes Gabriel Martinelli earning £189,000 a week. We don't know what William Saliba is going to be earning, but those are the top 4-5 earners at Arsenal. But this list is going to change if at all Arsenal manages to sign Declan Rice, as Declan Rice is going to be the highest paid player at Arsenal. Estimate of £300,000 a week. And if at all Rice comes in through, that takes Kai Havertz to being the fourth highest paid player at Arsenal. And is he worth the amount of money? I'll tell you, he's worth it, because there are certain players like Nicola Pepe that were given huge contracts at Arsenal and they never delivered. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, breaking the wage bill history of Arsenal, earning £375,000 a week. When he was given that contract, he did nothing those entire seasons. After winning them a Community Shield and an FA Cup, and Arsenal gave him a new contract because his contract was running down, he never put up the best that was deserved or required from him, and that's why the manager really showed him the exit door and threw him under the bus. So Kai Havertz has come in at Arsenal, and we are going to let you know the medical details in the next video. But Arsenal have gotten themselves a very brilliant player, a very, very brilliant player who deserves to be getting that amount of money. And I think even if he called for more, he would have been offered to it, because he's really great. Now, the biggest problem is going to be, how is Arsenal going to manage this wage bill? Because you get in Kai Havertz, £210,000 a week, Declan Rice, £300,000 a week, Julian Timber, £150,000 a week. I understand Lavia is going to be around £100,000 a week. That is Arsenal for you. So it's really tricky for this Arsenal side, because what happens when Declan Rice plays 2 years in his contract and Arsenal want to really extend his contract? What happens if at all Bukayo Saka wants a new contract and is performing well? And most importantly, if at all Gabriel Jesus happens to go on and really fire in very many goals, because I believe he's going to fire in very many goals next season at Arsenal, as he's going to be having a more creative midfield than he had this season. What do you do? Because he'll ask for more than Bukayo Saka and Declan Rice, as we all know that this is the man that is doing a lot for his club of Arsenal. So that is the entire task ahead of Arsenal. But obviously they're getting in good players, and these players are really ready to get Arsenal to the next level of winning the league, Champions League, and so on and so forth. So that is Kai Havertz, and his contract is of 4 to 5 years, as confirmed to us by the journalist. Now, the first person that broke this story about Kai Havertz was known as Alex Goldberg. He works on Patreon, that is the Byline YouTube channel, and he is just that, you can call him one of the flies in the walls at Chelsea. He has gone ahead and told us that Kai Havertz was very impressed with discussions he had with Mikel Arteta during negotiations, meaning that Mikel Arteta spearheaded the convincing of Kai Havertz to join Arsenal. That's it. And sometimes there are players that come to the club because of the board convincing them to come in through, and maybe a technical director having a very good relationship with the agent of the player, and then they agree to come. But this time round, Arteta doesn't want any player at Arsenal to come in that situation. He gets his phone, video calls the player, talks to him personally, and then even sends him some systems on how he believes he's going to fit him into this Arsenal side. And I think after these videos, tomorrow I might come up with how Arsenal is going to line up with Kai Havertz, because it's so much important on how he fits into that Arsenal side. Very many people are really discombobulated on how that midfield of Arsenal is going to stand, as Arsenal is still vying for the signing of Lavia, Declan Rice, Julian Timber, and so many more players, as they're calling in for like 5 signings this season. 1 is done, 4 more to go. So Mikel Arteta did a very good job when he really convinced Kai Havertz, and that's why Kai Havertz shunned his former manager at Chelsea, that is Thomas Tuchel, and said, I'm going at Arsenal. And it shows you how much Arteta did in a job to convince him to come to Arsenal, because he had already played with Thomas Tuchel, and he was one of the highest performing players under Thomas Tuchel. But if at all he shunned Thomas Tuchel and said, I'm going to Arsenal, Arteta is really a man of his tongue, and he really convinced the player to stay in London. And I think one of the reasons why Kai Havertz chose to stay in London is the English Premier League has not yet seen the best of him. And I think those are some of the words that Mikel Arteta told him while convincing him, that I want you to show you to the world because you haven't been seen. That is it. So, as it stands, that was Mikel Arteta, agent number 1. Let me show you the second agent. I got the second agent through adding dots, and this is the man himself. Kai Havertz, after Jorginho left in March this year, this is what he said. I played with Jorginho for 2.5 years. I loved being with him. Then he calls me one evening and says, I'm gone. I was like, what's the? Of course, it's the fact. How is this problem? How is this possible? This is how quick things change. It's football. And obviously, it looks like Jorginho was one of those players behind the convincing of Kai Havertz, because they had a very good connection at Chelsea, and he wanted him a lot. What shows you that? He had a very good connection. He's one of those players that he talked to first when he's going to leave Chelsea, meaning that he had a very deeper connection with him, and he really gotten to know in his brain that if at all I don't communicate to Kai Havertz, maybe it will break a relationship, and he did it as up before he told other Chelsea players sorry about that he was leaving for Arsenal. And 3 months later, Jorginho is joined by his former friend at Arsenal, that is Kai Havertz. And I look at Arsenal as now a more threatening team. I think even where Pep Guardiola is, he really understands that what Arsenal is really doing is really going to really give it an edge over other teams when it comes to competing for the league this season, because you saw it exactly how it happened, and now Arsenal are charging with Declan Rice. That's why you see it that likes of Man City want to hijack that deal, but Declan Rice has denied them access to his agents to agree personal terms. So guys, your thoughts on Kai Havertz's new contract details revealed are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about the 2 agents that really saw this deal happen in a nick of time? I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God protect you abundantly. Rokani David is my name. I'm out. Ciao, ciao.